All right, let's dive into the world of filmmaker David Lynch. He's been practicing transcendental meditation for over 34 years, and he has this incredible belief that a really simple mental technique can do more than just change you. It can change the entire world. So, Lynch kicks things off with a fantastic analogy. He says, explaining transcendental meditation, or TM, is kind of like trying to describe a donut to someone who's never had one. I mean, you can use all the words you want, but what really matters is the experience itself, what he calls the sweetest nectar of life. And that's really the big question we're digging into today, isn't it? What is this state he's talking about, this pure bliss consciousness, and how on earth do you get there? So let's break down his explanation. To help us get our heads around this journey into the mind, Lynch draws this really powerful parallel, and it's with the journey that science itself took to find the source of the physical world. And this, right here, just illustrates the whole idea so perfectly. On the left, you see how physicists went deeper and deeper into matter, from the surface of a piece of wood all the way down past molecules and atoms, to finally find a single unified source for everything. While Lynch's argument is that we can take that exact same journey inside our own minds, from the noisy surface of our thoughts down to a deep, unified source of consciousness. So what is this unified field anyway? Well, in physics, it's the theoretical source of everything. It's a single field of pure potential, a field of nothing, where all the things, all the particles and forces come from. You can think of it as the foundational reality of the whole universe. Okay, and here is the crucial link. Lynch says that while a scientist can't just pack a bag and take a walk into this field, anyone can experience its parallel inside their own mind. It's right there. It's an accessible internal reality for all of us. So how do you actually make this inward dive happen? Lynch is super clear. It is not about effort. It's not about forcing it. It's about having the right technique, like having the right key to open an inner door. And that key is a mantra. Now in TM, this isn't just some random word. It's a very specific sound or thought that's designed to do just one thing, to effortlessly and gently turn your awareness from all the chaos on the outside to the quiet on the inside. The whole process is actually pretty straightforward. The mantra points your awareness inward, and from that point on, the dive just happens on its own. Now here's Lynch's key point. You don't have to concentrate or try hard. Why? Because each deeper level of the mind is more and more blissful. So your mind is just naturally drawn to it, the same way it's drawn to anything that brings more happiness. The final step is to transcend, to literally go beyond thought, beyond intellect, all the way to the source. And that's the destination, experiencing that unified field within yourself as this pure, unbounded, infinite consciousness. But what's the long-term effect of all this? I mean, it's not just a 20-minute vacation from your problems. According to Lynch, when you repeatedly access this field, it starts to fundamentally change who you are. Lynch uses another really simple analogy here. He says to just picture your consciousness as a ball. For most of us, that ball stays about the same size for our whole life. But every single time you transcend and experience that unified field, you kind of liven it up, and that ball of consciousness actually begins to grow. So before, when that ball of consciousness is smaller, it's cramped. It's restricted by all this negativity. But as it expands, something pretty remarkable starts to happen. There's just more room for all the positive qualities to show up and flow. And this expansion has this incredible side effect. All that negativity just starts to dissolve. The stress, the anxiety, the depression, the anger. Lynch says these things are like darkness, and they just can't exist when you start shining the growing light of your own awareness on them. So, and this is the crucial part, you're not fighting the negativity. It's not a battle. As that darkness of stress and anxiety just naturally fades away, the positive qualities that were always there, your creativity, your energy, your love, your bliss, they get uncovered and finally have space to flourish. Lynch puts it so bluntly, you gotta love it. Negativity is really mind control. When you're depressed, depression is in charge. When you're angry, anger is in charge. Your mind is not your own. So freeing yourself from that control is what unlocks your real potential. Now, this personal transformation, that's only half the story. The final piece of Lynch's vision is how this inner change can scale up. And I mean way up. From just one person to the entire world. Think about it this way. A person who is growing in consciousness is like a light bulb. Sure, you enjoy the light inside yourself, but you can't help but radiate it out. You affect everyone and everything around you. And we've all felt this, right? The feeling of walking into a room where people are happy versus one where they just had a huge fight. You can feel the vibe. And this is where the idea gets truly ambitious. Lynch points to this theory called the Maharishi effect, and it claims, based on studies from the TM movement, that if just the square root of 1% of a population meditates together in a group, it can create a measurable wave of peace across the entire society. So why is a group so powerful? Well, it boils down to a principle from physics called constructive interference. It's like this. If you have two speakers, they aren't twice as loud. They're actually 4 times as loud. A group meditating together is the same idea. It creates a wave of peace that is quadratically more powerful than just adding up the individuals. The ultimate vision here is a world where this radiated light of unity is so strong that it just dissolves negativity and conflict before they can even start. As Lynch says, you get to a point where hurting another person would be like hurting yourself. The whole idea of an enemy just vanishes. So, we'll leave you with this question to chew on. If David Lynch is right, if negativity is really just a cage that holds our potential back, what becomes possible when that cage is finally unlocked? What could you accomplish with a mind that is truly and totally free?